On today's show, all of the end-of-year OCR awards are being voted on. I interview a new potential co-host, and we have some great audio from Mike Stefano of World's Toughest 2017, Lap by Lap by Lap. This is the World's Toughest Podcast. Welcome to the World's Toughest Podcast, where we talk about any obstacle course race you'd like, as long as that's World's Toughest Mudder. Each week we talk to members of the WTM community and share stories of success and failure in the single greatest event in OCR. My name is Will Hicks, and this is the World's Toughest Podcast. Welcome back to the podcast. This is one of two episodes we will have this week. Before we talk about that, my name is Will Hicks. You can email me at willhicks@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheWillHicks and on Instagram at WillHicks. If you'd like to be a part of the show, you can leave a review on iTunes, and we will read it on a future episode. And if you would like a weekly email from me, from the show, text the word TOUGH to the number 22828. That's TOUGH to the number 22828. This week's email was all about the Toughest Award presented by World's Toughest Podcast. That's TOUGH 22828. The first and most important piece of news is this. Voting is still open in Mudrun Guide's Best of OCR Awards for a few more days. Voting closes on Friday, so you need to vote now. We are nominated for Best OCR Podcast. When you go to mudrunguide.com, click the big banner ad, it says vote here, and vote for as many categories as you would like. Best OCR Podcast is the last category at the bottom of the page, and World's Toughest Podcast is the last podcast on that list. We are literally the absolute last line on the ballot. If you go to the page and scroll all the way down, you'll find us. That might be working against us for the win, but it's all right. mudrunguide.com, vote here, World's Toughest Podcast. Go vote right now. Shoot me an email when you're done, and I will thank you personally. I appreciate it. WillHicks@gmail. That's one set of awards. The Mudrun Guide Awards. Let me tell you about something different. The 2017 Toughest Award, presented by World's Toughest Podcast. We have nominated 5 men and 5 women from the Tough Mudder field for their on-course performances in 2017. All 5 men and women are outstanding. In alphabetical order, the 5 male finalists are Ryan Atkins, Trevor Sykos, Mark James, Robert Killian, and Hunter McIntyre. The 5 women are Deanna Braz, Rhea Coble, Nicole Miracle, Allison Ty, and Lindsay Webster. We've talked about all 10 of them this year on the podcast, some more than others, but all 10 are outstanding athletes. If you would like to see their race results and a picture of each of them, do you know what all those people look like? If I said Deanna Braz or Mark James, do you know what they look like? Like if they come to you at a race, would you know them? The first time I saw Allison Ty in person was at Toughest Mudder Atlanta, and she ran past me, as she often does, and I was like, is that Allison Ty? Ugh. That was the beginning of the year. That was only the second Toughest Mudder, and I didn't know at the time. So go check them out. Facebook.com/World's Toughest Pod. There's pictures of everybody. There are their stats from 2017, all their race results, how they did, and a little blurb about each of them. Facebook.com/World's Toughest Pod. The 10 finalists are being voted on by a panel of 6 members of the World's Toughest community. That panel includes elite athletes, leaders in the community, and members of the OCR media. World's Toughest Podcast and I, Will Hicks, will not vote, except to break a tie. The winners will be announced on Friday, December 15th, on this here program, World's Toughest Podcast. So be sure to check that out on Friday, December 15th. The first ever Toughest Award presented by World's Toughest Podcast. Who do you think should win? Let me know. willhicks@gmail.com. David Beaudry emailed me. He said, my vote for 2017 Toughest Award is for Allison Ty. Thank you, David. John Hobson wrote, look at John Hobson getting on the show again. John wrote, my vote is for the obvious choice, Ryan Atkins. Besides crushing the Toughest Mudder events he was in, I have 2 words as to why he should win. 110 miles. On the World's Toughest Facebook page, Diana Wilson wrote about Mark James, what a resume for a single year. Truly epic. Also on Facebook, Keith Allen wrote about Ryan Atkins. If Ryan doesn't win, your panelists are idiots. Thank you, Keith. Keith Allen is the poet laureate of the OCR community. You know him for such works as Christopher Mendoza and others. Also on Facebook, Deanna Braz got a lot of love. Sue Harvey Brown says she is a consistent unicorn beast. And Ann Carolyn Clifford said Deanna Braz should win because of her kindness on course at WTM. Ann Carolyn Clifford is famous for listening to podcasts at 1.5 or 2 times the speed, which is kind of a weird thing to be famous for, if we're being honest. So, Ann, slow down your listening speed. On Instagram, Ray Coble wrote, oh, thank you for the nomination, Will Hicks. 5 stars.
5 stars.
Thank you for all your comments and thoughts. The winners will be announced on Friday, December 15th on World's Toughest Podcasts. We're going to talk with Mike Stefano in a moment, but first, let's read some iTunes reviews. Our first review is from Canada, from A. Quitco. Oh, Adam Quitco. Thank you, Adam. Adam writes, Will Hicks, a true legend, 5 stars. As Syracuse's Assistant Athletics Director for Athletic Performance, Will Hicks is responsible for the strength and conditioning programs for Olympic sports. A member of the athletics department staff since 2000, Hicks and the strength and conditioning staff are responsible for developing programs to increase the conditioning, speed, strength, and agility of Syracuse's student athletes. Adam, none of that is true. I live in San Diego, not Syracuse, and I definitely don't run their athletic department. Hang on a minute. Okay. Actually, I was wrong. Everything Adam said was true. This is from Qs.com. William Hicks, Assistant Athletics Director / Athletic Performance, Olympic Sports. How about that? Good on you, Will Hicks. Thanks for the review, Adam, I guess. Next review is from the U.S., from Joel Matt 123. Great podcast for the lead week to WTM. 5 stars. Love all the content for the week leading up to WTM. Will is funny and has great guests. Thank you, Joel Matt 123. All that content leading up to WTM. If you missed it, we had an episode almost every single day for the 2 weeks leading up to World's Toughest Mudder, where we talked with a different elite athlete every day. We called it Elite Week. It was great. We're planning on doing it again next year. Thanks for the review, Joel. From the U.S. again, John Hobson. 5 stars. Will is insightful, conducts awesome interviews, and offers a unique perspective on the greatest obstacle course race on the planet, World's Toughest Mudder. I've listened to this podcast all year long to help me prepare for my first WTM this past weekend, and I highly recommend it for anyone considering competing in any of the Tough Mudder race formats. Thank you, John. I appreciate the review. Well done. All right, last review from the UK. This is from Pie-Eyed. Pie-Eyed writes, 5 stars. What a brilliant podcast. In the words of WTM Ladies Champion 2017 Rhea Coble, 5 stars.
5 stars.
I found it having signed up to do my second Tough Mudder 3 years after my first, when I was looking for some inspiration to get fit before I hit 50. Will is a fantastic host, keeps the show flowing without ever detracting from what his guests have to say. And did I mention inspiration? I don't even run this Tough Mudder for another 9 months, but Will already has me thinking of doing a Toughest UK in 2019. Keep it up, Will. Great show. And here's hoping you're that little bit closer to overtaking Matt B. Davis in the OCR podcast stakes. Thank you, Pie-Eyed. You are too kind. As far as the UK review count goes, we are smoking all comers. Apple has a separate iTunes store for each country. So if you're in the UK and you go to iTunes and you leave a review, you're leaving it in the UK iTunes store. So someone from Canada or the US will never see your review. So there's really 119 different stores, and they all have their own stack of reviews. I'm keeping track of the countries that speak English, but we might have some really nice reviews in Germany or Bangladesh, and I'll never know. But yeah, we're number one in every English-speaking country except the US for right now. We're close, but we're not number one yet in the US. Thanks again to Pie-Eyed, John Hobson, and Joel Matt 123. Also, Adam Quitko, I guess. I've never been to Syracuse, man. If you'd like to be a part of the show, you can leave a review on iTunes also, just like they did. Just open the Purple Podcast app and search for Tough Mudder. We're the first one that pops up. Click our logo and then scroll way down to click on Write a Review. I would appreciate it. So we're going to talk with Mike Stefano in a minute. He has a podcast called... Oh, I almost forgot the name. Caitlin. I talked about it before. The M. Stefano Running Podcast. Mike and Caitlin talk about mostly local road and OCR races. This year at World's Toughest Mudder, Mike was working pit for his friend Alex. And Mike recorded Alex from the start of the race to the end and did a mini interview every time Alex came in from a lap. And it is great. So I wanted to talk to Mike about it, and Mike gave me the go-ahead to share that audio on our podcast here. It's time to talk with Mike Stefano. Let's go to the phones. Mike Stefano, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Mike, you are the leader of a running group in the Northeast called M. Stefano Running. Tell me about running groups. What is a running group?
Well, that's actually a good question. So a running group could be very much just road races. It could be centered just around obstacle course racing. I try to do a bit of both. We have a lot of people that exclusively do road races, and we have people that, do exactly the opposite. But I try to mesh the two and try to see, you do a lot of running. Let's try a couple obstacles. Or you hate running. Let's try to do a little bit more running and kind of see if they can try the other half too.
So you guys get together and train, or do you get together just for events? How do you work that?
So we try to make it a good community where we can ask for advice and whatnot. We have members ranging from Maine, New Hampshire, basically all of New England. We have New Jersey, New York, and we just got a member from Australia. So we try to stay pretty close. The guy from Australia, he's an addition from World's Toughest Mudder, and we try to make it so you've at least run one event with us, and we just want to make sure that, you're a good fit for the community. So we're not looking to be the biggest thing, but we want to be an intimate group size-wise.
So your Australia guy is more of a correspondence member?
Yeah, I think it's really cool to hear more about the OCR scene there, and I'd love to have him on the show to talk about, how is, Tough Mudder, because he just did his 25th Tough Mudder out there. And he said it's different, and I want to hear how that goes. So,
one of the members of your team is Alex Youngworth. You and Alex were in Las Vegas recently for World's Toughest Mudder. Tell me about that.
That's correct. Well, Alex had always wanted to do World's Toughest Mudder. He definitely wanted to do it last year, 2016. He had some financial issues, so we made it work this year, and I decided, hey, I have to make sure he gets out there alive, so I'll pit for him. And I've always wanted to, experience World's Toughest Mudder because I've heard so many great things about, not only the community, but the race itself, how it's competitive, but at the same time cooperative. I really wanted to see that firsthand, and so did he.
We haven't even talked about your podcast yet. You have your own podcast talking about road racing and OCR racing, kind of what your team is up to. And while you were at World's Toughest Mudder, you recorded a lot of content for your podcast.
Yeah, that's correct. I know that there were a lot of podcasters out there. I mean, yourself included. There was also Heather Bodie from Overcome and Run. Even Margaret Schlachter from Dirty Skirt, even though she wasn't really covering that event in her podcast. But I wanted to kind of go about it a different way. I really wanted to kind of take people inside of the action. And I hear, 24-hour course, the mind doesn't always stay together. So what I tried to do was kind of like every lap say, hey, how you doing? Answer some questions. How are you feeling? How was the course out there? Just so I can really get as much information as possible from the source as soon as he comes in. And even if it's just like a great time capsule for myself and him, like we can go back and look and see hey, this is where we struggled. Did you put your wetsuit on early enough? Or, lots of things that we learned from it in the middle of it. So I had a lot of fun making that.
So you actually recorded him every lap as he came in. You had talked to him. Sometimes it was just for a minute or two. Sometimes you had like long conversations between each lap. How did you record that? Did you have a microphone or a GoPro?
Yeah, so for this one, I had my microphone, and I kind of had it set up. I had a good idea of when he would be coming in, except for one time when I misgauged it by like a couple minutes, but I would always kind of be waiting for him and walk with him to the pit area and just kind of talk like, how are the obstacles? What obstacles were open? What are these new obstacles? Any interaction with any like elites out there, and you'll learn that he has a very, very big crush on Amelia Boone, and how that made his entire trip. So I had fun with it, and just as soon as I got him there, just, hey, let's talk. And I didn't think he would be as receptive to it, especially as he got really tired, but he knew that it'd be great to listen to later. So
yeah, it's real interesting. I've listened to it, obviously. It starts out just like regular. He's fine, and, a little overconfident maybe. And then as it gets through the night, like he is just beaten up. Yes. And for those of us who've run it before, it's just great to hear that someone going through that experience documented. And then I'd imagine for someone who's never done it before, that to hear it like, oh man, that's what that guy's really going through. That's about as close as you can get to it without, doing it yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. It also kind of backfired to the point where Alex's very own girlfriend, she's like, I can't listen to it. Like, you said he suffered, right? I'm like, yeah, he suffered, but like, he's alive. Look at him. She's like, I don't know if I could listen to him suffering. And there was a point where, and I believe it's in the podcast itself, where he's like, I want to be taken to medical. And I'm like, listen, buddy, I'm here to see you through this. You're not dying. We're going to get you through this. And none of that was embellished. All of that was exactly how he was. So that was another fun thing about it.
So this is part of one of the episodes you made about World's Toughest Mudder. You also made at least one more that I've heard, and then you've kind of continued on with regular episodes. How can someone find your podcast if they want to hear more episodes?
So we're on iTunes and Stitcher, and we're definitely looking to, a lot of people say Google Play, and I remember you said that SoundCloud is a big one too. So we're looking to expand. But yeah, I'm Stefano Running's podcast. It's Stefano with an F, which is important. But yeah, episode 45, we covered... World's Toughest Mudder. And episode 46, we covered the brunch a little bit with the interview with yourself. And yeah, now we're back to the regular stuff, but really excited for World's Toughest Mudder 2018. I know we'll be back. And this time I'm not going to be pitting. I'm going to be out there.
Awesome. Mike, Stefano, any last thoughts before we listen to you and Alex conquer World's Toughest Mudder?
No, again, thanks for having me. And it was great meeting you out there, and looking forward to staying in touch.
All right, Alex, we're here. What are your thoughts going into this right now?
It definitely feels like a weird dream, but I think we'll be able to take it on and see what I can do.
Do you feel famous now that I'm talking to you on a microphone in front of a whole bunch of actually famous people?
No, because this is not my first time.
You mean this is your first time?
Not on the microphone.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. But there's a lot more people looking this time. It's never been this much of a crowd.
I know. I wonder if people think I'm actually a different person. It's kind of funny.
So I want to run down some of the similar questions as we did for the Ultra Beast. That was the last huge event that you've done. Your nutrition, how are you feeling? Is it dialed in? You're relying on me, which is usually scary, but I got my A game, so how are you feeling about that?
The nutrition for me doesn't really change. They say train the way you eat and eat the way you train, and I feel like that's been the same for about a year now. The supplements, I've amped that up a little bit, and yes, I am relying on you, but I made the dosages pretty clear on my event papers. So
Absolutely. Are you prepared for my sanity questions after every lap to make sure that you're sane?
ask me then.
Fair enough. You guys will soon find out. And so let's try to nitpick and think of things that haven't gone according to the plan. Your camelback's leaking a little bit. Yep. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's going to be a developing issue. Hopefully not. I'm going to periodically check on that and see how I'm doing with that, because being out here in the desert, hydration is very important.
Yes, I don't think anyone's going to argue with that. Also, I think I've noticed the 2 times you tightened it, it leaked. 2 times I tightened it, it didn't leak. So
yeah.
I think you'll be relying on me for that too.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right, well, we'll be hearing from you at every lap, and I think your mind will be very interesting what happens. So good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, so 1 lap down. This was, for the most part, the first hour. The obstacles were closed. What did you get to experience?
I got to see a lot of new obstacles. They're pretty cool. Some of them are pretty scary. One, I hope I don't have to do. You're going to be nervous about it.
Well, is this the one with the ropes?
Nope.
What is it?
The rumor has it it's called electric slide.
What the hell is it? He said there was only one electric obstacle. That was Pandora's box,
That's
right?
what I don't know. That's what I heard.
Is that the one that we looked at yesterday?
No. This looks like, I was wondering, it looked like a ramp that you run up. And I know
Okay.
it was. A black tarp over it. And the people behind me told me it was a penalty obstacle. Looks like you slide down, get shocked, and go into water. So, I don't know.
How steep is the slide?
Pretty steep. I would say it looks like maybe like a third of Savagery's slide.
How are you feeling? Do you have any blisters or anything? We had someone already come in and have blisters on their feet. How are your feet holding up?
No, I feel fine. I feel absolutely fine. I probably feel better than before, actually.
About how far? Really, well, that's good.
Yeah.
It was just your warm-up lap. That works. What obstacles did you... Where were you on the course? Because it's about 1:25 now, so you had a good half hour of obstacles.
Yeah.
What did you have to do?
Well, what time did we start? We started at noon?
Yes.
So it took me, an hour and 25 minutes to walk it?
Yeah, well, you walked. I was getting a little nervous because I thought maybe he went straight to his second lap. He said he wouldn't, but if he was feeling good.
Yeah. What I was doing is that the first lap is almost like a freebie, and I'm going to take the freebie but not take advantage of the freebie. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. But you're saying that there was no obstacles that they had open?
No, nothing was open. And I could sprint with Psychos, I could sprint with Atkins, you know what I mean? But I chose to walk with Sandy and just try to conserve for later, because this is my first. I don't know what I'm doing yet. So
good. Did Sandy finish her first lap around the same time you did? How's she doing?
Coming in right now, actually. I don't know if you want to go check on her. But.
So what Vince did, Vince is already in there for the quick pit. I wasn't sure your thoughts on that. I wasn't even sure that was a real thing at first.
I would tell you. I kind of like coming in here and maybe just enjoy this a little bit.
Absolutely. It's amazing in here. And the view, if you look to your left over here, Alex, you could see a whole bunch of ants that from right here. That's you guys.
Yeah. It was. Oh, I completely forgot to tell you. I got my hug.
From Amelia?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Does that mean we go home now?
I think so. But 10 minutes in, that's why I forgot. It was right away. But I saw some people cheer. Oh, we passed our tent.
We passed our tent.
Yeah, people were cheering her name and stuff like that. People were giving her high fives. I wasn't gonna give her a high five because her hand's a little injured. Went right up to her, and I said, "Can I have a hug?" And she said, "Absolutely." And it was the most gentle, graceful hug I've ever had.
That's fantastic. For those
take a left.
Alex has finished his first lap. It was obstacle free. It took about an hour and a half of his time. But you have to, because this is a 24-hour race. He's feeling good, right?
Feeling great.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to say about your last lap? Oh, we have to do a question.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. Who sings the song "Don't Stop Believing"?
Journey.
All right. And what is... Oh, shit.
I don't like Journey, though.
Well, you're lost. What's your favorite color?
Green. Dark green. Forest green.
Forest green. There we go. All right. He's good to go. All right. Alex is in for his second lap. The time currently is 3 o'clock. Were all the obstacles open by the time you got there? What happened?
No, none of the... a few were open. I got Kiss of Mud done. Balls to the Wall was done. There's a new obstacle right after Balls to the Wall. It's kind of like a ledge. Jump on that and then it's a wall. Kind of hard to explain, but it was cool. I liked it. Kind of like a little muscle up.
Vince and I were looking at the map, having a tough time figuring out what the hell the new obstacles were.
Yeah.
I'll have you look at the map while you're getting nutrition here, but...
They're hard to explain, but they're opening, it's developing. They keep opening slowly.
Good. Was the GoPro a hindrance for you at all? Or?
Yeah, it was. I think I'm going to take it off for a little while for this lap because it pulls on my camelback. I had to switch my bib around. It was just driving me nuts, but I'm just not used to wearing it. That's the only thing. It's kind of like condensing my head a little bit. So
Yeah, I completely understand that. I only want you to have that for like 2 laps. That's it, because you have bigger things to focus on. So was Sandy with you? Behind you? Did you pass her? Where did you pass her?
We met up for a little while. We were talking for a little while. I think it's just like a chess match. You're just going back and forth, back and forth. So I don't know if she's ahead of me or behind me right now. I don't know where Leah is.
Leah's ahead of you. She didn't come into the pit for the first lap, but she just came in for her second lap. She's doing good.
Because I haven't seen her since the start line, so.
She did rip her pants, though, so that was kind of funny. We passed it again, dude.
No, we did. Yeah, he did.
What are you thinking about wetsuits? So the sun's supposed to go down in about an hour and a half, but it's warmer than anticipated.
Yeah.
Do you want to change now or one more lap?
I think I'm going to do this lap and then try to put on the wetsuit.
I think that's a good call. So how about the camaraderie out there? Is it already people helping people, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right away, it was just people helping people because Block This Monster opened, and that was awesome. And I met a girl from UK. She's done Tough Guy a few times.
Very cool.
It was cool to talk about that because her first World's Toughest, and she's not really a tough mudder at all. So it's kind of like it was cool going back and forth.
Nuts having World's Toughest Mudder being your very first tough mudder.
Yeah,
that's insane. So I have this paper right here to track your nutrition.
Okay.
I want you to set goals for what you want to do for each lap. I'll get you a pen.
Okay.
For the first lap, I said take it easy, avoid obstacles.
We need to break out the nutrition plan now.
Yeah, already?
The actual one, yeah.
Because I have it written down all in the back.
Oh, you do?
4 p.m. to 5 p.m. You said D-ribose, second dose, 2 grams, sport legs, 3 capsules. I'll have it ready for you.
There is a noontime one, isn't there? 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. I thought. Was that my discretion?
It was your discretion. I thought it was stuff before the race even happened. This was the first one.
You sure? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
What time is it? 3?
3. So do you want to do it early, or are you feeling hungry, or?
Well, the problem is that when I it's what, 3 now? You said?
Yep.
Yeah, I probably won't come back until 5. Between maybe right after that, and then that's gonna push all this back. So I kind of want to get in success before anything else happens here.
And I know you said you were worried about Jamesy. Jamesy's doing great.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure about him.
I did see someone in the middle there that was he was panting, out of breath, and sweating. That's probably not what you want to do.
Jamesy was?
No, some other guy.
Okay,
So,
okay, good.
and now for your sanity question, our Australian friend Jamesy wasn't able to complete this event last year. Why?
Ooh, I don't even remember.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's not even a sanity question. I don't remember him talking about that.
Food poisoning.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I forgot.
Here's a backup one.
Maybe I should stop, huh? Stop running?
Yeah, you're done. I'm sorry. What's your favorite band?
My favorite band is Tool.
All right, good. Anything else you want to say about this lap?
It was pretty cool, especially coming into the finish line. I was probably with pace with Trevor Psychos for a while, just going back and forth, just talking to him. He's really cool.
Very, very cool. Yeah. Awesome. All right, she has one of them. That's a good question. I don't know. Do you know if Sandy had her headlamp with her?
I didn't see Sandy for a while, yeah.
Okay, because we're having trouble finding her spare.
Really? Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Last time I saw her is the last time I saw you, so.
So the very, very beginning.
Yeah, when she said, just go get it, Alex.
That's what I'm worried about. Yeah. So let's get you changed into the wetsuit. Nothing stopping you from that. Like I said, the bottom one is the crappy one. The top one is the good one. I also have a glow stick tied for you. That's a good one on top, yeah.
I need to change everything.
Okay. How was that lap?
That was good. It was, I think the coolest part about it is, I know I keep dropping names, but that's why I'm having so much fun. I got to do,
Sorry, keep doing what you're doing and talk.
Yeah.
I don't want to freeze up.
I got to do Block This Monster with Robert Killian, which was pretty cool, and helped a few people over. And then when I got to Stage 5 Klinger, Ryan Atkins went right by me, and he went up Stage 5 Klinger, and the guy behind me, I told him, I said, yeah, just go ahead. I'm not going after that.
Yeah, when I walked just about the first mile with you and Sandy.
I need a bunch of stuff. I can't see anything.
Yeah, that's true. I put the socks on the wetsuit, that's why.
Okay.
Socks are here. So yeah, when I came back from walking that first mile with you, yep, I saw them interviewing Killian.
Who was you?
No, not me. Hell no. This CBS.
Oh, cool.
So you said you're feeling good, not too cold yet?
No, but this is when I need to start being serious.
Absolutely. So Olivia texted in a whole bunch of quotes for you to listen to.
Okay.
Do you want them now or later?
I'll take them now.
All right, give me a sec.
All right, I'm going to go wander towards the finish.
Okay. So I met up with Will Hicks already.
Yeah.
And that's
How was
going.
that?
He's so awesome. He's really down to earth. So I have some questions for you.
Okay.
What Bond played in From Russia with Love?
Sean Connery.
Good call. And what hotel are we staying at?
Circus.
Beautiful. Yeah, if you nailed Sean Connery, I probably didn't have to do any more.
I had to think about Circus, but I knew Sean Connery. Like,
Yeah, I originally wanted to say Dr. No, and I'm like, I'll keep it really simple with From Russia with Love. So I'll get to Olivia's messages. She sent a crap ton. I feel like I can give you 5 per lap. One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular.
I like that.
And we'll do one more. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway.
I love that.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll do one more too. Because she sent a crap ton. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations, and that is, I think that's the definition of tonight, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna go get him changed now. All right, Alex, I'm an idiot, and I think I missed all of that. So do you want to tell us a little bit more about rope-a-dope and the Kong thing?
Yeah, let me out of here.
Okay. Alex is stuck in the tent right now because he's changing into his wetsuit. Oh, it goes that. Nope, don't do that.
What happened?
You unzippered one of it, but you didn't get out that way. All right, so Kong Infinity.
Kong Infinity is kind of just like a rolling hamster wheel.
Yep, get your wetsuit on too while you're doing this.
Yep.
I don't want you to get cold.
And then it just turns into, I don't know, I didn't get that far. And then I fell into the inflatable thing. And then,
Small penalty loop.
yeah, small penalty loop. It's about like I don't know, half mile. Funky Monkey, I failed. The penalty was Arctic Enema. And I think that's the reason why I'm kind of getting cold. And
So
rope-a-dope. I thought that was kind of like Spartan. You got to go in there.
comes in on this chair.
You got to go in there. You got to climb the rope. And then traverse on the other side.
You said you saw Steph Bishop do that? And
Yeah, I saw Steph Bishop do it. And I thought I could do it. And I'm not that awesome, so...
How much of a dream to come true is it to race with all these amazing people?
It's awesome, and it still doesn't feel real. Especially, I think one of the coolest a cool moment is helping Robert Killian help other people on Loch Ness Monster. He's a captain in the Colorado National Guard, and I'm a specialist in the Massachusetts National Guard, and it was just really fun.
Did you get to talk to him about that at all a little bit?
No, because he's doing his thing. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna bother him.
That's what tomorrow's for, right?
The brunch is for, yep.
Oh, actually, that's not tomorrow. That's Monday. These two days are going to blend together, though. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's 5.
One long day.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it's definitely getting dark. Wish we had a lantern. We're doing good on nutrition. Pretty good. I'm trying to think of anything else we talked about.
This is when I
But
need you.
you're warm, okay?
Welcome back, darling. Well done.
All right. Just finished his fourth lap. How you feeling?
Pretty good. 20 miles.
With these
Absolutely,
standards,
baby.
By the way. Who's our lead guy?
Excuse me, Sean. I'm talking.
Over here, that would be Ryan Atkins.
All right. So this was your first lap with your wetsuit. How are you feeling?
I feel pretty good. I feel like every time I feel like I'm cold, I think it's an illusion because my face gets really cold, which makes me think that my entire body's cold, which might not be the case. I feel like I'm fine.
Okay.
I haven't seized up once, haven't spasmed once, so I'm doing pretty good, but I really, really got to pee.
How are you feeling in terms of obstacle completion?
It's definitely getting worse. I mean, I failed the same 2 obstacles. What do you call it? Rope-a-dope and the other one.
That's to be expected. I mean, it's going to get harder out there.
Yeah.
Cliff doesn't open for, let's see, right now it is 8:25, so 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Cliff opens.
I think what I'm going to do is that I've never done it before, and I don't think I'm going to try it at night. I think when I can see what I'm doing in the morning is when I'll try it, because it'll be open still.
You're going to, oh, I see. You're going to take the penalty.
Yeah. Definitely, for the nighttime at least.
That's fair. I don't know if it's going to be lit up or if it's going to be as dark as it is now. I haven't really
They
gone
actually, from what I've seen, they light it up from underneath the water. So,
That sounds fucking horrifying, doesn't it?
yeah.
All right, but yeah, absolutely, your discretion. Do you know how long the potential penalty is for that obstacle?
I think they said it was like a third of a mile run, or I think what we've been doing is what the penalty will be because the cliff is closed.
I see. Oh, that makes sense.
So I think I'll just keep doing what I'm doing until I can see what I'm doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Any other experiences with the elites out there?
No, actually I saw Deanna Blegg, which is pretty cool. She went by me on same place that Ryan Atkins went by me on. It's just stage 5 clinger, which is funny.
Oh, really? She's the Australian, right?
Yeah, I don't know which place she's in, and I haven't seen Lindsay Webster at all. I'm not sure if she's racing or what, but
Very, very interesting, yeah.
so pretty cool.
This is the first time we didn't accidentally pass where we're supposed to go in here. Would you like some more quotes?
Yes, but I also need to eat.
Are those your favorite? You said you have to go to the bathroom too, right?
Yeah.
You didn't go in your wetsuit?
Not yet. A little bit. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good. How's Sandy doing?
She should be in, I'm guessing, in about another 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, I just finished 20 miles. It isn't too bad. I don't know, should I just go in the wetsuit, dude?
Yes, that's because you're going to take it off and you're going to get really cold.
Okay.
In here, right there,
Yep.
pick that up, and I have your sports legs. I have your COQ10,
Okay.
but your D-ribose, 2
Yeah.
grams. Do you put it in water?
Yeah. Yeah, it's powder.
Okay. Well, the pills are ready. Your water should be right
I
in the
want food first, so I can just like digest it all together.
Okay, let's get in there.
Yeah.
Your first lap took hour 25. Second lap was an hour 30. Third lap was an hour 40, and this last lap was 2 hours 35 minutes.
Hard.
Yeah, it gets. I can imagine it gets really tough as long as you keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, both Leah and Jamesy came in and said to beat the crap out of him. He's feeling fine.
Did it just start 5?
He.
That on 5.
Yeah, Robert's done with 5.
Really?
Yeah, he's an animal.
Wow.
So I got some more quotes for you.
Cool.
Let's see. Stop being afraid what could go wrong and start getting excited for what could go right. Well, here you go. The most where'd it go? The most exciting thing about this force, this power, is that you already possess it. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. And then the rest will stay for later.
What lap? Lap 3?
Got some more questions for you. All right. Come over here real quick. Who's the host of the podcast that we called into last week?
Will Hicks.
And when is your and Olivia's anniversary?
October 5th, 2015.
Oh, there we go. I thought that would trip you up a little bit. Excellent. So we'll say that you came in at 11:20, Alex?
Sure. You're right at 11.
11:30.
What do you think, Vince?
What's that?
What time do you think I got here?
He said 10 minutes before me.
so you're at 11:20.
11:20.
Perfect, yeah. So you went quicker than I anticipated.
Yeah.
But, so real quick, tell them how you feeling.
Feeling okay. Starting to get cold.
Please, over to the other side. I'd like to sit down for a minute. I don't want to get your paper wet.
No problem.
Because I don't want to get the chair wet because you guys are going to sit on it.
You're good. All right, so congratulations, you and Sandy. Just hit 25. You got your patch.
25 miles. Yep, got the patch. It was awesome.
You're getting cold.
Yeah, it's starting to hit me a bit.
Is the tea helping it? Helping it?
So far, yeah, it's a bit hot right now, but
Not so much.
just doing. Yeah, I know. I'm just doing what I can, and you're doing what you can. So
Going over after those bulletproof bars and whatnot.
Recommended amount makes it soup.
Now for nutrition.
I cut the water.
Next up we have. Where is it? So midnight to 2 a.m. We could do this now if you want. The chloroxygen, the multivitamin, the True Brain, the sports legs. Do you want that now? Because you're thinking about pulling off the course, you said?
I mean, this tea has caffeine in it, and I think so does the True Brain, has about 80 milligrams. So we might have to pull off on that one. I think I'd rather something hot right now than True Brain, which is cold.
And so you're thinking once you hit your goal, you think you might want to sleep, or what's going through your head right now?
What's going through my head is that I don't want to hurt myself. So starting to get a tiny bit of shivering going on, but that's because, I don't know how you guys are holding up, but it's crazy.
Exactly. We're cold, but we're a dry cold.
Yeah.
You're a wet cold.
So I just this was the hardest lap by far. Just trying to get it done. I failed Funky Monkey again. I just can't do it, and it keeps getting worse. The grip wise, just so wet, and they took Arctic Enema as a penalty, and yeah, but it was shallow. And I feel like, and I'm 6 feet, so I think I did a little bit of a number on my left ankle. Nothing, it's not broken, it's not sprained, nothing I need to see medical about, but it's definitely not all right. So I'm trying to baby it as I go.
Cliff opens in, it's 11:38 right now. Cliff opens in about 22 minutes.
So, the cliff's like towards the very end of the course. So.
Yeah, so I'll be hanging out there watching people. Being very grateful it's not me.
I think that's a smart strategic thing because I've never done it before, so I don't want to do it in the dark. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anyone should do that.
Oh, I completely understand. It's all about strategy. Every little thing, whether it's your penalty and you avoid having to go in the lake and whatnot. And so it's a lot of strategy you got to take into consideration.
I just keep hitting a lot of water that I don't need to be hitting, and I feel like the elites get right across Funky Monkey and they're good and they're dry. I fall, and this is what's happening to me right now. So.
Let me pull up some.
Is it still going?
Yeah.
What was really, really awesome is, like I said, I failed Funky Monkey. I started to do Arctic Enema. Go through it, I hit my foot, like I said, hurt my ankle. Got out, and I start walking, and I start trying to shake it off. And Deanna Blegg, who won first female in 2013, goes right by me, and she said, "Come on." And I said, "Can I run with you?" And she said, "Of course you can." And she just recently beat cancer, and it shows that even elites can fail obstacles.
And actually, speaking of the elites, I'm fucking blanking out on his name, but one of them just dropped out at 25 miles.
Really?
I was just talking to Will Hicks about it. I completely forgot. But
I just looked at the leaderboard, and Ryan Atkins is still in first with Robert Killian in second, but I didn't see John Album's name anywhere.
I think that might have been him
really?
Who dropped out. Yeah, that sounds about right. Rhea Cobalt is in first place, and she's winning by a lap.
Yeah, Lindsay Webster's at 45, I think,
and
right
she's
behind
second.
her.
Absolutely. So I think this is a perfect time for some quotes.
Okay.
When you're grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. It's not what you practice in private, but what will be rewarded for in public. Where's the other one I really liked? Hope for greater challenges in life. There are opportunities to grow.
Yeah.
Pain is temporary. It may last a minute, or an hour, or a day, or a year. But eventually it will subside, and something else will take its place. Alright. Hang in there, and we'll get some sanity questions for you real quick. So, what state are we in?
Nevada.
What is my favorite Tough Mudder obstacle?
Block Ness Monster.
Hell yeah. Alright, anything else before you go for your 30th, your last lap to get 30 miles?
I think that's about it. I think that wraps it up.
Alright, right now it's almost 3:30 in the morning. They've been out for over 3.5 hours. Getting a little nervous. Vince is checking medical tent right now. His came out. Looks like they're not in there. Really hoping they come in soon. Everyone else is hibernating right now. It's way too cold. Yeah, this is really... It's hitting everybody really, really hard, even the elites. Just hoping we find them really, really soon. All right, Penny, for your thoughts.
Just trying to keep going.
So we've come to the conclusion everybody's hibernating right now. I don't know. You guys have been out here for 3.5 hours. Do you think you're going to go get some rest? We cleared the tent for you guys to get warm.
I absolutely need to get some rest.
Yeah.
My God, I'm so cold. I am so cold.
Well, you got this. You'll finish this up, and we're gonna, what you're gonna do this. You're gonna finish your goal. We're gonna get you to the pit. We're gonna warm you up.
Yeah. This is my first ultra marathon right now.
The finish is about, a few tenths. You're almost there.
This is my dad's favorite band.
Oh, there we go. All right, Alex is suffering a lot. This took him almost an hour longer than his longest lap, but.
Come on, y'all. This is what it counts. This is what we dig deep.
All right, right to the pit. Come on. All right, what else is going through your head right now?
It's cold.
We will warm you up. I have your tundra gear all laid out for you. We'll get you some room in the tent, and we'll get all that cold stuff off of you. Okay. I heard they opened up 3 new obstacles.
I don't know. Can't walk anymore.
You're gonna make it. So that hug from Amelia Boone, right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Very warm.
You said you motivated who out there?
I don't know.
Lindsay Webster?
Lindsay Webster. She looked like she was having a tough time.
I think everyone's having a tough time. Even Atkins, I mean, I was talking to somebody who's in about 20th place, and he went up to Atkins and saying, like, it's a tough course, right? And I guess ever since they opened up those 3 obstacles, it's been a lot more brutal. I think Statue of Liberty was one of those, if you remember.
Oh, I did that, yeah.
And then was there the lily pad thing recently opened too?
I haven't seen that at all.
All right, we want this right. Everybody else is sleeping. Jamesy's all curled up in a ball. How you doing, Sandy?
I'm doing actually really well.
Good. All right, you done with that?
What?
Yeah, okay.
It's recording?
Yeah. I said you can say whatever you want. Monologue.
I think of one cool thing that I was thinking when I was out there is that, like, I forget who I was telling, but
I don't normally deal with
I don't know. I feel like
you were talking to Lindsay Webster. You said you had motivation for her.
No, I was just telling her to keep going because it looks like she said that mentally she wanted to run, but she just couldn't run anymore. I just said, just keep going. I said, I'll just be right here with you, and we just kept going. But I was by myself for a little while because obviously Lindsay's faster, and Sandy kind of took off. I was watching people jump off the cliff a little bit so I could see. And I was thinking to myself, I said, like, procrastination consumes like so much of my life, and I procrastinated this race, procrastinated the training of this race, procrastinated like plans on getting here, everything. And I was gonna tell Sandy, but she wasn't there. But I can show so many people pieces of like my life just that can never be repaired because of that. And today I dragged procrastination out into this desert and let it choke on the dust of its regret.
I like that.
And now it's done.
Good. Keep talking.
That's all I got. I gotta sleep.
You okay? Perfect.
Alex. Hey.
So I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is you're almost done. The bad news is you gotta do one more lap. But if you go out right now with Sandy, Leah, and Jamesy, you can do it. You got it.
I'm so cold.
We're all cold. Finish after 8. And then we can go home to the hotels.
Dude, this is the warmest I'll ever be, and I'm shaking.
Plenty of time to suffer when you're done. You know?
I don't want to get kicked out if I go.
You won't get kicked out. Get up, get moving. You're laying on the ground. The ground's cold. You know? Come on. I'll get you up. Start moving your body. You know? Just kind of move about, get your blood going. Yeah.
Which I don't know what to wear.
Yeah, you only got back like 40 minutes ago.
Which serious?
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I'm shivering.
I'm out of shape, but I'm doing okay.
I can't even imagine how cold you guys are, but home stretch.
No, I can do it.
I'm wearing sweatpants this time.
Well, I only have that other wetsuit, but I don't know what to wear in it.
You had.
My one, but there's no way I'll be able to squeeze my fat ass back in that.
I just have cold clothes right now.
You do have that extra wetsuit, so there's that.
Yeah, that's all I have.
That's more than a lot of people have right now.
What do you think I should wear underneath it?
I don't know. Let's let's
Right,
get with the tent move.
I know that.
All right, we're headed for Alex's, and just about everyone that we're with this last lap. Alex is having trouble putting his gloves on because his hands are swollen and really munged up looking. Luckily, he had a second wetsuit that's nice and dry.
Got a nice 2-hour nap.
Yeah, nice 2-hour nap. Yeah, he passed out. Do you remember what you said when I gave you your hot drink? This isn't coffee.
You serious?
Yeah, you're like, this isn't coffee.
Did you tell me it was coffee?
No. Thoughts going into this last lap?
I'm just going to do what I can and finish.
And earlier, I know that you were contemplating medical tent, and I think sleeping on the ground was a bad call. And on our part, we didn't really think about that.
We didn't have much choice. I mean, I needed to sleep, and I don't know if I regret it or not, but I mean, it did suck a lot of body heat from me.
It even sucked a lot of heat out of me too, because I have no reason to be that cold. They're soaking wet, but sleeping on the ground, I stood up, I started cramping up, so I hope, none of that happens out there. And I mean, you got Leah, you got Sandy, and you got Jamesy. So,
Yep.
It just doesn't matter how long you fit. Well, as long as you finish after 8, you're done.
That's it.
And how many miles will that be when you're done with this lap?
35. A long, long way.
We'll get you in a bit. Good luck.
Thank you.
Go get it, guys. Get it. Get it. You ready to go? Woo!
There you go. Look at those big, solid, honorable push-ups.
All right, well, they just finished the last lap. It's been through hell, and Jamesy had his Australian flag. Alex is avoiding the picture because he's a little out of it right now. Okay, we got Leah, Sandy, Jamesy, and Alex posing for the picture right now. I'm going to try to get a quick word with them, ask them how they're feeling right now. I mean, Alex just got 35 miles, and that is absolutely amazing. Amazing stuff.
There you go.
Congratulations, Alex. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm very tired.
Very tired?
I did all 35 miles. Farthest I've ever gone in my life.
Do you think this broke you?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I think I got really cold, and I think I got borderline hypothermic, but mentally I stayed there the whole time, and I got up off the ground and decided to go for one more lap.
So your definition of breaking is all mental?
I think so.
Alex, anything else you want to say?
I think it just about wraps it up.
Special thanks to Mike Stefano and Alex Youngworth. Well done, you two. Alex, I enjoyed hearing how miserable you got. We've all been there. Be sure to check out M. Stefano Running for more from Mike Stefano and his lovely co-host, Caitlin. Hey, good luck to the WTMers running in Iceland this weekend. Spartan has a 24-hour race they're holding, and several familiar names from World's Toughest will be running it. I'm sure I don't know everyone. I'm going to miss somebody, but here's the guys that people I know about. Allison Ty will be there. Morgan Mackay will be there. Casey Northup will be there. Robert Killian will be there. Mark Jones will be there. Robert Killian, people think of Robert Killian as a Spartan guy, but that's just because the first time most people heard of him was the Spartan Race World Championship that he won a few years ago. But he's not really a Spartan racer or a Tough Mudder racer. He's an American racer. I'll pull for him in whatever series he's running in. And Sharkbait told me online that Deanna Blegg may be running this weekend. So good luck to her. Any of those 4 women, Deanna, Morgan, Allison, and Casey, could win the whole race. And I would love to see the podium packed with familiar names and faces from World's Toughest Mudder. I will be on Twitter this weekend, tweeting sporadically as I see the results come in. I mainly care about the World's Toughest Mudder athletes. I don't really care if Braden Deadlift or Tyler Clean and Press is winning. Duncan Squat. Rupert Kipping. Anyway, find me on Twitter at @TheWillHicks. Last thing, if you have found any value in the podcast over the past year, please go to mudrunguide.com and vote for World's Toughest Podcast as the best OCR podcast. You need to do it today. I would appreciate it. mudrunguide.com. Thanks a lot, you guys.